Hey everybody, I'm back today with the Through the Rainbow Hop. This month we're doing purple. So I have lots of different pattern papers. I have some flares, some cardstock, some sequins, some white cardstock. Today's video is extra special because I am working through Shimelle's new stamp class. I love taking classes because I always learn something new. I say this all the time. I'm not just a content creator. I am a content consumer as well. So I will link Shimelle's class down below because of course I can't show you all the things that she taught in the lesson. That would be rude, right? And she's a good friend. So I am going to be using my Misty. I'm going to be using white cardstock, and I have 5 of my favorite Catherine Pooler purples. I'm going to be using the matte on my Misty, not the door. And I have some acrylic blocks, and then the stamp set that I'm going to be using is Altenews Flower Garden stamp set, which is one of my absolute favorite stamp sets of theirs. I decided on this stamp set as opposed to a new stamp set, mostly because honestly, I have inked up all my stamp sets, which is kind of amazing. So I think I'm searching my stash for that stamp set, and I left all of the beginning in this video so I could kind of give you an overview of where the inspiration for my layout is coming from and those kinds of things. In the description box below, you will find all the links you need to check out everybody's purple layout for the Rainbow Girls. And you will also find a link to Shimelle's stamp class. I'm trying to think if there's anything going to be anything else down there, but I think that should be enough information for you. Oh dear, this is taking a long time. I probably should have edited some of this out. There we go. Okay, there's the stamp set I'm going to use. So I'm going to use that stamp set. I'm going to use Queen for a Day ink. I'm going to use Royal Treatment ink. I'm going to use Drive-In ink. I am going to use Sugared Lavender ink. I'm going to use Lilac ink. And now I'm going to use Shimelle's class and the information that she gave from the class. And there is our all stamped in background. So we're going to use a full stamped background today. So now I have 3 photos, and I'm going to go ahead and I am only going to use this cardstock for one thing, and that is to stamp my favorite journal stamp set, and then I can create a journal box for my layout. There are only 4 lessons in this class, and I'm actually going to do all 4 of them with videos and post all of my layouts and videos in my Facebook group, which is Rediscover Your Stash, the Facebook group, as well as Shimelle's Facebook group. So if you are part of those groups, or you want to come over and be a part of my Facebook group and follow along and take the class with me, go for it. It's a really great way to use your stamps. And I always enjoy seeing how other people use their stamps, how other people use their supplies, and then being inspired by that and putting my own twist on those types of projects. And I am definitely putting my own twist on this particular layout. And you'll see that as I work along and create my page today. I'm going to be scrapbooking 3 photos today, and I'm actually going to add a little bit of more color to my layout. It's not going to be 100% monochromatic, starting with this patterned paper. So my pattern papers today are all 6x6 papers. They're from multiple companies. I have some from Your Next Stamp. There's some from Catherine Pooler, and there's some from Lawn Fawn. I'm going to go ahead and just create a big, messy mat of papers behind my photos. And you can see there is an extra little strip up there. I am going to use that little strip to add some embellishment. What I do really love about the papers from Catherine Pooler, the 6x6 pads that she has, is that they perfectly match the ink colors. So these purples that I'm using here perfectly match the ink colors that I've used on my background. I love, love, love little coordinating touches like that. I just think it's so fun and it looks so good. So I have 3 mats behind my photo, and now for this back piece, I cut the watercolor paper from Lawn Fawn in half. So what I have here is like 3x3 squares. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut one end of those 3x3 squares into a fishtail, and I'm going to place a banner behind all of my photos. Again, this part of the layout where I'm creating this is my take on the stamp class. So this is not how Shimelle did her page. If you want to see how she did her page, you would need to go and purchase the class. So I am just going to put the banners behind these couple of mats. And then I'm going to go ahead and place my photos right there with my journal spot kind of down below. I'm going to play with it a little bit. Now I want to stamp a title. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of these elements together so that I can mark some lines with my T-square ruler and my pencil to do my title. Remember that open space above my 4x4 photo? I'm going to add to that space these 3 beautiful epoxy flares from Scrap and Happy Studio. They were like the perfect little finishing touches. They said perfect things to go with my photos, and they were nice and colorful. They added a bit more of the color. So I have a pattern stripe paper. I have the 3 coordinating epoxy flare, and that is just going to give me a little bit more color to that area around my photo, and it's going to draw attention to my photos and my journaling. So I've drawn a white, just a very, very light pencil border across the top of my paper. And now what I'm going to do is I am searching for my very favorite Ellie Studio stamp sets. I left a lot of dead space in this video. I'm so sorry. These are the Lizzie alphabets, Lizzie alphabets from Ellie Studio, and they are so good. I love, 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 love this stamp set. It's one of my hands down favorites. And I'm going to stamp my title. So I took the 3 darkest purple colors, which was Queen for a Day, Royal Treatment, and Drive-In. And what I'm going to do is I am going to alternate between those 3 colors. And the only thing I'm making sure is that the flowers I'm stamping on top of are lighter than the color I am stamping. And I hope that that makes sense. So Royal Treatment is lighter than Drive-In. So I'm stamping with Drive-In ink over Royal Treatment ink. And that way my title will pop off of that background. It won't get lost. And the other thing that helps that is the fact that the flowers that I used are these open kind of doodled flowers, not a full thick, or they're outline stamps. They're not solid. That being said, when I was doing this and stamping this background, my head went, oh my gosh, you need to get your Tetris stamps. So I have building block stamps from Altenew. I call them my Tetris stamps. And I really, really want to make another stamped background. I'm not sure what I would do it with or what photos. Well, maybe I do know the photos I would use. But anyway, so I might be doing this lesson a second time with the Tetris stamps from Altenew. So here is my stamped title all done. 3rd Avenue Folk and Arts Festival. That's where I was when I took these photos. And now I am just going to go ahead and put my block of paper down. So this paper has my journaling, it has my photos, it has my pattern paper, all ready to go, all in one contained spot, so we are not covering up all of the stamping, right? And you can't have a Sarah layout without some kind of sparkle or some kind of sequence, right? We can't do it. I can't do it. I can't scrapbook without having some sort of sparkle on my page. Well, actually, I mean, I've done it, but we need sparkle. So what I am doing is there are still some kind of larger spaces, white spaces in my background pattern. I had these sequins, and believe it or not, total fluke, these sequins came in my stamp subscription from Sarah Barger. She always packs those stamp subscriptions so perfectly, and these were like floating around the bag, and I don't even know. I generally don't keep them, but I thought they were kind of pretty, so I popped them into a little jar, a little dish, and I had them just sitting by on my desk. No clue what I was ever going to do with them, and check it out. They match this layout perfectly. So instead of going through my Spiegel Mom strap stash and kind of just pulling together sequins, I was like, you know what? These are sitting on my desk. They're going to get spilled. They're going to get thrown around. Let's just use them on this page. So that's what I did. I added sparkle and sequins to all the little tiny open spaces where a sequin would fit on my background. Love how this turned out. It made this layout totally me, and it turned out fabulous. I absolutely love how this page turned out, and I hope you do too. Here are all of the gorgeous close-ups. I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous Friday and that your weekend is wonderful. I will talk to you all again soon. I might be getting a package in the mail today, and if I do, I might film a haul and have it up for you tomorrow morning. That's kind of maybe my plan because I'm really excited about the package that's coming. Eek! I'll talk to you later. Bye.